Pandas. Good morning, my pandas, and welcome to my stream. I'm glad that you guys can join us this morning, bright and early. Pandas, what are we gonna do today? We're getting our bamboo. Today. I had a nice little trade last night, and I'm not gonna lie, it was nice. It was almost to the T. It almost worked perfectly. It worked better than perfectly, but unfortunately, I didn't catch the counter trend. But it is what it is. So, last night I entered a trade on the 2000 tick chart, and after we hit basically the bottom of the daily trading range. So many of you guys might have been surprised by yesterday's price action. I was kind of surprised just because of how big the range was, but I wasn't surprised that we came back down into our trading range. The trading range indicator marks perfectly for us on the daily the range we were in, and the moment we broke too far out of it, it got sucked back into our trading range. In fact, overshooting the other side. So we overshot to the top, overshooting to the bottom, and but there was a point when this candle hit the bottom of the trading range, and that point was exactly right here at the bottom of this candle, and this is the overnight candle. And if you guys don't know how to swing trade, when you swing trade, your target needs to be 2 times your risk reward. And so this tool here on NinjaTrader, if you right click and go to drawing tools, there is a risk reward tool here. Mine's Control F4. And so this tool, basically, when you put it in your entry and then you put your risk, then it will mark for you 2 times the risk reward. So if I click it, you can see 1 tick above this candle, 1 tick below the candle, and you can see this is the risk here, and then it doubles the risk, and it tells you exactly where your reward should be, and that's 2 times your risk reward. And the reason why this move happened was because essentially when you had this breaker trend to new low, you had a 2-legged pullback here. I only entered 2-legged pullback, so A, B, C, 2-legged pullback, right, creating that leg. And when that leg was done, I was looking for a swing trade back up, and was able to scalp about 7 or 8 points here. Let's see, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points here, with 5 contracts, and now we're up 1,800 for the day. So let's go, baby. And you can see why it bounced off here. You can see that this itself is a 2-legged pullback. A, B, C. This makes a 2-legged pullback, finishing this upwards movement off the 20 EMA, and off of there was actually a better swing than the one I entered in. But at this point, I just wasn't sure. It hit the measure move, or hit the 2-to-1 risk reward ratio, and by 2 ticks. But basically, you just got filled, and it would have reversed on you. That's what that is, and that's why it reversed right there. Beautiful entry bar, but hard to say because before this entry bar, basically this is your signal bar. And when your signal bar looks like that to go short, it's not something you look for. That's a bad signal bar. The only thing you have for you is that it ended very bearish. Now, I would say you could have possibly entered, with a retracement, but the retracement doesn't even get up there, and so I just don't know if you can enter this trade. So I mean, also it was kind of late. I basically just had this running, and I just left, and I was completely okay losing, this $800 here, $800 risk to gain, the 1,800 here. But yeah, so that's your swing trade, and that's exactly why it bounces off here, also off the 20 EMA. So you get a nice little swing trade there. Overnight session. Let me say good morning to a couple of my pandas. If you guys are just rolling in, make sure you scalp that like button. Gaza, back at it again. Gaza asks, what's the leverage you use? Well, I'm on the E-mini. The E-mini, I believe it's like 50 or 50. Is it 50 or 500? I'm not sure. But basically, every point you get $50 for every point for one contract. So I'm guessing that's 50 shares, because if 1 point equals $50, if basically $1 equals $50 of $1 price movement, then I'm guessing that's 50 shares of the full-sized S&P futures, or 500 shares of SPY. So, I mean, that's S&P futures. I'm not doing anything special in terms of my leverage. That's just the leverage of futures. Kevin Mack, good morning from Louisville, Kentucky. Futures traders, good morning. Welcome back. Tom Anns, good morning from California. Welcome back, Tom Anns. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. You kind of started coming back, and so I do appreciate you guys coming back here. Yeah, make sure you drop a GM in the chat with your location. All of this helps the stream, and also it's great for me to get to know you guys better. JB Benedicto says 129K on SPY yesterday. It was a good early Christmas. Let's go, baby. Aaron Korn, good morning. Roberto F, good morning from Chile. Aaron Korn says $500 margin for the ES. Yep. Cowboy 29, good morning from Canada. Just wanted to say thanks to two-legged pullback trading range indicators and watching the Panda. I caught a 35-point move at the end of the market day last night. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I'm guessing, I'm not sure what. You could have maybe used this. Could have been maybe this move here yesterday's session. And you can tell that the 10K was still within the trading range, right? The trading range hasn't broken yet. It's still active throughout this entire time. And once it makes the L4 setup off of yesterday's high, gives you a beautiful swing down, and that is a beautiful move there. And I'm not sure, maybe that's the move that Cowboy caught, but let's go, baby. The nice thing about this is that you can literally have held this all the way down to here and just put your stop loss on the super signal, and until it reversed, then you could have been okay. But even here, it's a two-legged pullback, so you're actually still okay even after that. But unfortunately, that would have been after the market closed, so not very helpful. But that is a two-legged pullback here. Another push down. So at this point, you got a breakup trend to new high. Breakup trend to new high. Or sorry, breakup trend to new low. And now we're finding ourselves here at a reversal spot. Could possibly be on a trap trade to the long side. Could be a nice trade here. But without the trading range indicator, you would not have guessed that this is in a trading range actually, right? Still trading range. We could have thought this was a big reversal. When you see something like this, you're like, this is going to go up forever. But the trading range indicator says, no, look at, we still have a trading range. We're too choppy, and we're able to take advantage of that. Your risk is only this, right? I mean, when you're talking about your risk, when you're saying your risk is only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, and you're talking about a reward that's possibly down to the bottom of the trading range, you're risking 5 points for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 points. You're risking 5 points for 19 points, and you could trade small. You could trade one contract. 19 points is almost $1,000, and so you're risking $250 on this one candle to gain $1,000. That's a 1-to-4 risk ratio. And if you held it properly, you could have actually got all of this up to here, the one reversal on the 10K chart. We don't see any reversals, no reason to reverse this. We don't even have any minor reversals. And we finally get a break of the previous candle's high right here. That's, you could have captured all of that. Let's go, baby. Trading range indicator. When it's on, it's on. Good morning, F Zen from Mexico. Dilu, hello. Welcome back, Dilu. I feel like I haven't seen your name either for a long time. I feel like people are coming back now that we're maybe getting closer to holiday times. People are spending more time at home. I'm not sure, but I feel like I'm seeing people's names I haven't seen in a while. Dilu, you might have been around, but I feel like I'm just seeing your names more and more these days. Regardless, I'm so thankful for you guys joining the stream. Do appreciate it a lot. If you guys are just joining, make sure you guys fill out that poll. Pandas, as you guys are rolling in, I'm about my money. Thanks for joining. I'm up a little bit today, up 1,800 on a nice 5-point swing I had, or a 7-point swing, 5 contracts last night. But honestly, I mean, this was the better, not necessarily the better trade, but that is a better outcome. I'm not sure if the setup was there for us to enter short here, but it's just a simple two-legged pullback, and that's why these two-legged moves are so powerful. Another two-legged pullback here, giving us a nice little scalp here. Swing trade. Well, honestly, this downtrend could be done here with this break of trend to new low, and now we're reversing pretty strongly here. I thought we had a spike in channel going on here. Right, this is the spike and this is the channel, but I cannot find the pivot low. I'm guessing it's this, but it's not really respecting it. So I'm gonna say bon voyage to that. Do have a break of trend to new high here, so that could be the end of this uptrend. Huh. Hard to say. Pandas, my pandas. Adele BH asks, how did I make 1,800? If you go rewind to the beginning of the stream, I explained my trade, but I can explain it again a little bit later. Gonna wait for a few more people to join us before explaining. Ionis Rukakakiniakas. Oh, that's a name. That is a name. That is the most Greek name I've ever heard. Good morning from Athens. Welcome to the stream. Sir Lancelot, good morning from King Arthur's Court. Let's go. Welcome back. My trusty mod here, Sir Lancelot. John Curry, anyone trading using Heiken Aishi candles? I do not use those candles. I have no idea how to use those candles, actually. Cowboy29 says, that's the one. Let's go, baby. Janelle Shiver, good morning. Scott Hubbard, good morning from Frozen Lancaster, Ohio. Jessica Barkel, good morning from Florida. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. And also make sure you guys fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think it's going to be. Bernadette, good morning, welcome back. Eric Druin from Quebec. Adel BH, how did you make 1,800? I'll explain that soon. Let's get around 100 viewers, I might explain it. John Curry thinks Gaza used to trade the two-legged pullback. Gaza asks, do you get a bit of the profit from the funded account or not? During the evaluation, you do not get any of the profits for the evaluation, because it really wouldn't make sense for that to happen. Because then if they're going to give you the profits, and they're also going to have to take the risks, you know, and so it doesn't really make sense for them to just give you profits when the risk is really high for the evaluation. So right now, if you guys don't know, I am doing the Apex evaluation to get a 150,000 funded account. And top left of the screen, you can see my progress so far. Right now, I'm up about 6,500. That means I have about 2,500 more to go to reach my goal. And 2,500, easy peasy. We're going to get it. We're almost there. Ducks on the pond, good morning. Welcome back, Duncan Kilgore. Way to go, Panda. Thank you, thank you, thank you. DX, good morning from Atlantis. Richard Harris, Panda, can you zoom in just a bit on the chart? Sure can. If you want me to zoom in. Tell me if it's zoomed in enough for you guys. Hopefully you guys can see the candles. Richard Belmont, good morning from Colombia. Lee 88188888. Good morning from Huntington Beach. Fellow Panda here. First person trader, top of the top from Atlanta. John Curry trading 20 contracts, 15 with 5 runners. You must have a huge account to trade. 15 contracts. You need a 150K account to trade comfortably. Oh, it's too big. All right, let me know. Let me know if it's good. Let me know if that's good for you guys. If you guys can see the candles, then yeah, I think this should be good for us. I think you can see the price action pretty well like this. Nice and, you know, just a big view. I'm just joking with you guys. Alright, so what do we have here? What I see here is a bunch of congestion that is happening above the 20 EMA, and we are in a zone where we should have reversed already, right? This candle should have reversed the market, but it did not. Instead, it reversed back up and continued the original trend. But this is where we should have seen the reversal, and I bet you a lot of people got trapped here, and we could see this going up, but a lot of people most likely got trapped on that trap there, right? Because we got the breakup trend to new high, and you know that is a place where you typically find the reversal, but doesn't work for us. Trading range indicator marks the trading range here. Kind of hard to take that. The thing about trading 15, 20 contracts is, you know, you'll get what, $750 per scalp, and then you will get for every point $250 on the runner. But the risk, I mean, you're risking basically $4,000 on every trade around, you know, max around 4,000 every signal bar. Not every signal bar. Typically, signal bars on a 2,000 tick chart are about I would say about 2.5 to 4 points, and you find yourself in that range with the signal bars on a 2,000 tick. You know, for instance, if you were to take this short here, this is 1, 2, 3, almost 4 point risk right here on that one signal bar, and that's what you're risking. And so with 20 contracts, you're risking around $4,000 per trade. If that's the case, then that means your account should be around $400,000. Whew. I mean, if you have a $400,000 account, that is nice. Right now on stream, I'm trading only 2 contracts. Off stream, I trade about 4 to 5 contracts. The reason why I trade more off stream is because I feel way more comfortable trading. You know, when you trade live, it's just the stress that you get is just so much higher. So it does help me in terms of stress to trade smaller contracts. Pandas, make sure you guys fill out that poll. We're about to have the market open here. Ending the poll, most of you guys think it's going to be a trading range day today. Make sure you guys scalp that like button as well. Gonna go over the trade I did last night. And so, what do we have here? The trade I took last night was actually right here. And basically, we have break a trend to new low, and this is a 2-legged pullback. A, B, C, to me, this move is pretty much done. And we're going to look for a counter trend trade here. And this most likely will make its own 2-legged pullback. You can see here, A, B, C, it makes its own 2-legged pullback. So the market moves in twos. 2 moves down, then 2 moves up, then reverses, and 2 moves down. 2 moves down. Okay, another 2 moves down here. A, B, C, and it actually gives you a scalp right here. But then this trend continues to another 2-legged pullback, right? We get the 4. And then that has another swing here. Back to the yesterday's low. And so the market loves to move in twos, and this is why we like to trade a 2-legged pullback. And so here we have a 2-legged pullback, creating a new low. And I took 2 times this risk here, and I traded 5 contracts to swing this, and I swung it back up to exactly right here, as you guys can see. And I was able to swing 5 contracts for 7 points here. And so that's why I'm around 18-12 right now, and it is what it is. And you can see the top left of your screen that my progress so far on this Apex challenge. And so you might say, that's impossible. How can Panda make $1,800? Well, the Rhythmic software does not lie. At the top left of your screen, you can see the Rhythmic software tracking my progress on this Apex evaluation. And yeah, I mean, if you basically add this green number to yesterday's title, you know, I basically posted on title. I mean, I had a bad day yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, and I mean, I had like a minus like $300 day yesterday, but if you add 1,800 to that, you can see on the Rhythmic software we're basically at where we should be. I mean, you're not gonna see the commissions on the profit and loss because it doesn't track commissions on the chart trader, but it tracks commissions actually on the account tab in the control center. Yesterday was tricky. For those who were trading yesterday, I would say yesterday was very tricky. The main reason being is because we had these huge trends but no entries. You know, you had like these big trends but just no way to get in. I believe I got a nice... Okay, no, that was another day. I thought I got a nice swing this day, but we saw that, you know, we had this move up, and I mean, I had this channel drawn way back here with these 3 pivots, and we can see that we hit it here, confirming it, and then when we came back up to it, we broke out, had a failed breakout of the channel, and we reversed to the other side. We had an overshoot and then overshoot to the other side. It's just no entries though. this is a two-legged pullback here. Actually, this is not even two-legged pullback. This is a trap. And so you would have to have entered this trap here, A, B, C, far away from the 20 EMA. But that's a trap there. That might have been your only entry to really capture all of this, but otherwise everything's a first entry. It's just no entries, pandas. Big swings, no entries. Even this big move up here, no entries. The only entry you had was maybe this two-legged pullback here off the 20 EMA. A, B, C, 20 EMA, two-legged pullback. And it's just tricky, you know? There's not many entries here, even though we have big swings. Just hard to enter these trades. And I remember I was just looking at this, and I'm just like seeing these big moves. I'm just like, there's no way I could have entered that. You know, I just don't know. It's hard for me to enter this when I know that, you know, we're on the top of the trading range. In fact, I'll probably go to short side here, taking this trap, maybe get to the bottom of the trading range. But, you know, it does the opposite actually, right? Breaks out. So very hard day yesterday, in my opinion. It's hard to trade. It's hard to see, hard to find entries here. These are all first entries. You can see there's no dark green numbers in any of these swing downs. They're all just light red numbers or pink numbers, and they're all first. That means they're all first entries. All traps too. Absolutely incredible move. Hard to find an entry there. But pandas, we're about to start. The market's about to open. But yeah, that trade I took last night, basically 2 times this risk reward here, and I was able to get out right there. And right now, the pre-market analysis, I just see break of trend to new high here, and we are struggling to make a new high again. So we could possibly reverse here. Market's about to open in about 5 seconds here. All right, market just opened. Just watching. 10K chart, we do have a trap here after break of trend to new low, and we're above the 20 MA. I may take this trap, pandas. If this traps on a 10K chart, this is a nice place for a trap. Very nice place for a trap. Actually, wait, is this a trap? Actually, we lost a trap here. But could still be a failure. It's still not bad trade to go long, in my opinion, if we get a good signal bar. This is a bad signal bar, so I'm not entering on this candle. Because if it breaks above, then this is a bad signal bar, so I cannot enter there. But if the candle ends like this, I may be interested in going long. Actually here. Keeps hitting its head. Wow. Okay, so finally breaks up. And I'm not interested because of the outside bar reversal. It's engulfing bar. Reversal with the engulfing bar, so I'm not interested in that. Does make a perfect scalp immediately. It starts to reverse. Actually makes an absolute scalp. It just hits the absolute scalp. Incredible. And then reverses. Trading range currently. Very hard to say what's happening here because we got a double top going on here. Double bottom. We have a trading range indicator marking for us a trading range perfectly here for us. May come back to the bottom of the trading range here. Whew. Movements are quick. It's volatile, but the movements are not going very far. We're just within this trading range. I have no entries. I have no trades right now. Nothing I like. Nothing I like at the moment. The 5-minute candle is very confused. I'm hesitant to trade a breakout just because we've been in this trading range so long. I almost want to fade a breakout here. And this is where you fade it. You actually will go short here to get back to the bottom of the trading range. Hits the bottom of the trading range, top of the trading range to the bottom of the trading range. It might come back to the top of the trading range once again. A pretty strong breakdown, hitting yesterday's low. We might come back to the top of the trading range here, but 2 strong bear bars here. This is where you would fade it. I may fade this to get back to the top of the trading range here, pandas. Like, I feel like we're in trading range day. I'm going to fade this, and if I get stung here, I don't mind. I'm going to scalp the first portion and try to swing the rest of the top. But this is where you would fade the trading range, and I'm going to try to fade it, but looks like it's going to hit my stop loss here, unfortunately. But This is how you trade the trading range. If I were to think of scaling in, it's too late because I'm already in 2 contracts. I'm on my full contract sizes for that scale in, so I can't scale in there. I can try to enter again here though. I will try to enter again if we get a good signal bar, and I will try to swing it to the top of the trading range one more time. But for that trade, I had to take the hit because I wasn't ready for a scale in. I was not ready for a scale in. Terrible signal bar, not interested. So we start off the day with a $300 loss. It's all good, pandas. I thought we'd come back into trading range. I didn't think we had it in us to break below here. If we have a good signal bar, I'm gonna fade this trading range, this failed breakout. I'm gonna fade this again. If we get a good signal bar, I'm thinking of coming back up. I'm gonna swing this back to the top of the trading range, pandas. Terrible signal bar again. We have it here, just I don't want it to do any surprises. If we get a good signal bar, I may be interested in going long. Fading this breakout, fading this. But now we're getting kind of going pretty far down here. I'm gonna fade it one more time here. Terrible signal bar, right? Not interested in entering here. Give me a good signal bar and I'll be actually interested in fading this and coming back up. We're still within the range of the trading range. Another push down. With a good signal bar, be interested in going long. Got to time this perfectly. This is why you have to have the tick counter right next to your candles here. Oof, okay. Bad signal bar. Trading range just broke with that. Not interested in fading this any longer. And I try to fade it in, and this did something weird, right? Like, we bounce off the entire time off of this, and finally when we're trying to bounce off again, good signal bar, it reverses on us, so something odd happens here. 5-minute candle. Completely okay losing that trade. 5-minute candle, strong bear bar ending near its low. No follow through at the moment. Could have a trap trade here, going short. For those who are trying to counter trend trade this, this might be an actual breakout now. We might have a big move down. And to me, the target should be the 20 EMA on the daily. That's the target for me if we have a downtrend day today. If we have a bear trend day today, that will be the target. Outside bar reversal. We do have a trap here. If we have a failed trap, I'll be interested in going long here, but it's hard to say what's happening. Hard to say what's happening. Failed trap. Maybe interested in going long. Maybe this trading range might get sucked back into this trading range, but unsure. Big signal bar. Big bull bar. Big reversal bar here. I don't like to take the outside bar reversals, but this is a reversal bar. 2 reversals on 1 bar. Coming back into our trading range, potentially. Right, the 5-minute, right, strong bear bar ending near its low, but no follow through. So that's not confirmed yet. The downtrend is not confirmed. Something interesting happening here, pandas. These people are not out yet. They're almost out, but they missed it by 1 tick. So the reason why I marked this is because this could be strength from the bears. The reason why I say this is because for those who went in here, they scaled in right here, trying to come out break even at the midpoint. The midpoint is actually right here, and they missed the midpoint by 2 ticks. Another attempt to get to that midpoint, and the traders who try to scale in are hurting right now because they could not come out break even right here. So they might be scared if we hit this. I might be interested in this 2-legged pullback. Oh, it happened too quick. Could not even get my order in. I just saw it. And the reason why I was interested is because we didn't come up to that break even spot for those who had scale-in trades. And if they come back down again, they're going to come out with their stop losses right there. And that's what exactly what happened. And I did not. I was thinking about it. I was looking at it. And the moment this candle finished, it just zoomed down. And so I didn't have a chance to actually enter that trade. But that was a 2-legged pullback, pandas. That's why you have the indicator telling you that's a two-legged pullback. It's hard to tell otherwise. It's a nice two-legged pullback though for us. It makes an instant scalp for us. It's all good, pandas. We're just watching. We're sitting on our paws. Plenty of opportunities. Interestingly, that this scalps to the upside here. Coming back up. Very strong move up now. We most likely will come back up to some sort of trading range. Maybe top of the 10K trading range. Might come back to the top of it. Interesting. I mean, we do have that breaker trend to new high and double top reversal. Interesting. Tricky. Very tricky. In my opinion, this is tricky because those who got stopped out right here, if they just held in a little bit longer, they would have been able to come out break even right there. That's the break even spot. In fact, they can scale in one more time here. It's 3 scale ins, right? That's triple, right? The contracts coming all the way back up now. Very tricky. Very tricky. Not looking for a downtrend anymore, right? Breaker trend to new high or to new low, right? That itself was a two-legged pullback. A, B, C, and we reversed here beautifully. This market is moving very fast actually. And if we get a nice trade to the long side, I'd be interested. 10K, like I mentioned, we might come back to the top of the trading range on a 10,000 tick chart. We're looking for some sort of trading range. Trying to fade this trading range a little too early, it seems like. If we get a nice two-legged pullback, I'll be interested in going long A, B, C. Looking to go long here. But I'm not sure if the market will be so generous to give us a two-legged pullback here. That'd be very nice if we could stay above the 20 MA. Get a two-legged pullback to go long. But the market is not being generous, right? First entry, looks like it wants to reverse here on the first entry. Oh, spoke too soon. Gotta wait for the candle to finish. But regardless, it's very hard to create a second entry because it'd be exactly right here. It's just very hard to come by, in my opinion. Unless we get a lower signal bar. Something like this. Two-legged pullback. First entry looks good. I mean, if those who are bullish, they can enter this first entry here, and I think it will honestly go up higher. But I'm sitting on my pause because I want a two-legged pullback. And this is not a two-legged pullback. This is a first entry, and the first entry pops up above, resetting our account here. Right, reset the account. So we're back to 1 now. So, you know, we don't have any second entries, at least to the long side. We do have a second entry to the short side, but I'm not looking to go short right now, pandas. I'm looking for a trap trade. I'm looking for a reason to go long at the moment. You know, I would be maybe interested in something like this, but the 10,000 tick chart, like I mentioned, coming back to the top of the trading range on a 10,000 tick. Missed it by 1 tick there, but that trading range indicator, absolutely incredible. That trading range indicator, absolutely incredible. Now it's hard to go long here, far away from 20 MA. But this could be potential trap here if we do reverse. No entries for us, pandas. I took this one to try to fade this, but you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you get hit there. But how incredible is that? I mean, this ends up fading. It actually does, right? Failing this breakdown. It comes back up to our trading range. Reversing here pretty strongly. Could be some sort of bear trap here. No entries for us. Just watching this go. I would love it if we had a two-legged pullback here, but it just did not happen for us. First entry only. The market said, we're not giving you that two-legged pullback discount. You have to come in with the 1 pullback discount. The 5-minute looks confused still, right? Big bear bar, big bull bars. Just looks confused here. Does scalp out immediately on a 2000 tick chart. But not interested. Not interested in that trade. Just watching. Pandas. Pandas, my pandas. As you guys are joining in, I'm out my money. Well, welcome to my stream. Glad that you guys can join us. Right now I'm doing the Apex evaluation. You can see the progress on the top left of your screen where I'm at. Potential two-legged pullback, but man, I don't know. I mean, it looks like you're in the top of a trading range type situation here. So even this trigger is long. It's really far away from 20 MA. I'll draw my trend line here. We're actually coming off the trend line. We could potentially have a two-legged pullback here to go long, but yeah. Yep. Strong move down. Two strong moves down, right? When I say strong move down, I'm saying these are more than a scalp each. Counter trend trading. Right? It should not be doing that, right? Bears should not be making money if we are in a strong uptrend, showing us that this could be a weakening of this uptrend here. But all the bears are making money. They made money here. They made their money here. Terrible signal bar, making money. Like, that's very odd. It's very odd for a strong push up, in my opinion. It makes me see the footprints of the bears here, saying that there are bears still in town. If we could reverse this actually back down here, I mean, this could be one of those trading range days. We do attempt to make a second entry long. We do make a second entry long. Terrible signal bar. Very terrible signal bar. But we could break a trend to new high here. It makes a scalp absolutely incredible on that signal bar. One of the worst signal bars I've seen, and it still makes a scalp here going long. Hits the 240 SMA perfectly here. Hitting its head on the 5-minute 240 SMA as well. 10K chart, you know, we're at yesterday's close. The 5-minute, 1, 2, 3 strong bull bars in a row, potentially. You gotta wait for this candle to finish. Well, pandas, for anyone else interested in trying to do the Apex evaluation to get a funded account from Apex, there is a coupon on the pinned message. And so there's a pinned message right now, and that pinned message has a coupon for 50% off. So for those who are interested trying to get the account, you can sign up for that coupon using the link in the pinned message. Terrible signal bar, but still going up, pushing up higher. This looks like it wants to start to trend, and it looks like a bold trend day today. Potentially. We can come back to the top of the trade. Whew, the daily trading range is actually kind of crazy right now. The daily trading range, coming back, breaking to the bottom, coming back to the top. It's just really choppy on the daily. Just big swing up. Like, this range on yesterday's range is insane. That range on this bar is huge. It's very large. I mean, this is the range. I mean, if you look at any other bars, when's the last time we hit a range this large on any bar here? It's just We haven't seen a range this large since here. This is the last time we had a range that large. Absolutely incredible. If this 5-minute candle ends strong bull bar, we could have a strong bull trend day today. I mean, we had an opening reversal essentially, and it's just maybe a strong bull trend day. Strong move up. Just very odd that this made points to the downside. That's strange to me. But we're still within this like micro channel. Very strong. That means it's a very strong move. Pandas, my pandas. Make sure you guys scalp that like button as you guys are joining. Drop a GM in the chat as well so I can say good morning to you guys. No entries. I mean, that is a terrible signal bar, so I cannot even enter there. Could be looking for a measure move of some sort. This is the measure move. The reason why I marked this is because we might have unfinished business here. The 5-minute does end on its high. Not on its high, but near its high. There's 3 strong bull bars in a row. This could be right telling us that we have a bull trend day for us today. I'm looking for entries long. Even if we have a trap here, I still wouldn't take it. I think we're just... This could be a strong bull trend day today. And I'm saying that because of the first 3 bars, or the first couple bars, first 5 bars on the 5 minutes, telling us we could have this very strong bull trend day today. Another 2-legged pullback forming here, mid-air, far away from 20 EMA. This could be breakout trend to new high, but in my opinion, I'm still looking to go long, pandas. I'm actually interested in going long here, even though it's far away from any key entry right now. I'm actually interested in going long if we have a good signal bar. We need at least a decent signal bar here. Terrible signal bar at the moment. Actually interested in going long here, even though it's far away from 20 May. We're on such a strong uptrend, pandas. I'm finding any reason to go long right now. Another 2-legged pullback. It's a Pikachu trade to the long side. Small risk here. Looking to go long. Any reason to go long, I'll take it. In this trade. If this reverses on me, it's all good, pandas. Completely okay with that. I'm just looking to go long just because we have right now behavior of a strong bull trend. Coming to my target. Almost hit my target. Let's go, baby! I should let this marinate a little bit, but maybe I'll just come out with a full scalp here. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Took that scalp. I should have maybe scalped the whole thing, but there could have been a chance there's a runner, but kind of hard to say. But right now, everything long is making money. Everything going long is making money. Always in long. Still looking for that measure move. Always in long. Still, there's no entry right here. Just waiting, sitting on my pause. People will be going long if it breaks this high though. I believe people will be going long here if it breaks this high. If they don't go long there, then something interesting is happening. Something different is happening. But I believe people will be going long right there. And they scalped out for those who went long right there. It's kind of why I wanted to let the runner marinate a little bit, but I just wasn't sure if we can come back to the 20 MA. So I didn't want to. I didn't want to hold it longer than I needed to. Going long, going long. Now we have the runner in play. But we do have a breaker trend, but still clearly above the 20 MA. No moving average gaps. Doesn't even touch the moving average. That's how strong we are right now. It's a strong bull trend. The 5-minute printing another bull candle ending near its high. 4 strong bull candles in a row. Right, as you can see, these bull candles are way above all the ranges of the last 20, 50 bars. 100 bars is above the range of all these bars with strong bullish behavior. This is why I think we could have a strong bull trend day today. We are almost at the top of the daily chart trading range. We're almost there, about 3 points away from it, but we're almost at the top of the daily trading range. Basically, the measure move is around the area where it's at. Comes back down, hits the top of the trading range, bounces back up. We do have a measure move here. Just watching pandas. No entries here now. Sitting on our pause. Sitting on my pause here. Just forming a two-legged pullback. A, B, C. Reaching the measure move almost perfectly. It does reverse here. Perfect scalp immediately. Absolute scalp here. Off that two-legged pullback. Almost hit that measure move. We're converting to a channel here, spike and channel. The channel is very tight. Very tight channel here. This could also be a wedge top. Breaking this channel. Channel's not broken yet. Pierced it, but needs to close beneath it. Just watching. No entries for us though. I'm not going short there. The two-legged pullback coming back to the 20 EMA here. Watching the 5-minute closely, prints a pretty bearish candle here. Wondering. We basically hit the top of the trading range on the daily. It's actually right here. We missed it by 1 point exactly. Front runners coming out early. This is right here. That's actually the top of the daily trading range. We missed it by one point. And reversing now. Coming back to the bottom of the spiking channel, which is typical. Bottom of the channel, the spiking channel. Too much noise here. Big bear bar. You're not really no longer thinking this is a super strong bull trend day today because of this price action. When you see this price action, you're just thinking, okay, that's a little odd. If this is a strong bull trend, why would we see price action like this? The 5-minute does break down, and now we're coming back to the 20 EMA around. Very strange. Like, it doesn't look like a strong bull trend anymore. This looks like it's starting to convert into a big trading range. Hard to say. But when you have price action that looks like this, breaking way below 20 EMA, you know, you're not really at this point looking to go long, in my opinion. I'm not looking to go short right now. If we get a nice two-legged pullback back to the 20 EMA, I'll look to go short actually. A, B, C. Main reason being is because we had, you know, basically had a break of trend here to new high. Or you can even consider this a break of trend to new high with its own two-legged pullback. Right? That two-legged pullback, that new high was created with a two-legged pullback, finishing that move. And we could be reversing here. Hard to take that reversal in my opinion. You know, I would like a nice two-legged pullback to enter in to go short. I'm looking for short trades now. But the market's being stingy. It's not giving us a two-legged pullback. It might give it to us here. That'd be amazing if it does. Makes a little teeny baby two-legged pullback right now. A, B, C. It's a little baby one, but As long as this pivot low doesn't break this pivot low, we are in two-legged pullback territory. As long as 2 is here, that means it's going to be the second pullback. Wow, it might trigger the second pullback here. Second pullback triggered. This will be a trap trade to the downside. Woo, it's really far from the 20 EMA though, and it's getting choppy. Doji bar here as well. Hard to take this second entry short in my opinion, even though we are currently in a downtrend. Yeah, I actually would like it closer to the 20 EMA here. But this is looking too choppy for me to go short. But hard to say. Very hard to say. This doji bar, doji, 3 dojis in a row. So making it tricky. Making it tricky. Hard to, I'll probably just scalp this though. Good signal bar too, forming here. Actually, signal bar is now a doji. No longer interested. We just have four out of the last 5 bars are doji bars. Just sitting on my pause here. Just don't know what's happening. We had a failed break out to the upside here. Currently, it's just this second entry long is trying to make a point here. We do have the trap still. Still in trap city. Is this high enough for me to take the short now? Is this close enough to 20 MA? Too many dojis to really know. Decent signal bar forming here, but 1, 2, 3, 4 dojis does trigger that second entry short. Very disappointed if you enter there right now. It just immediately reverses on you. We do have a trap here. I'll be interested in taking a failed trap here to go short. I'm trying to go short here, pandas. Still trying to go short. To me, this is a small trading range. Small little trading range happening right here. That trap does trigger, and I'm looking to go short here on this trade. Gonna wait for the candle to finish though. This trading range is very small right now though. Very small. I'm looking to go into this failed trap here. Looking to go short here. I feel like that's close enough for me. It's another doji though. 1, 2, oh, in this trade. I could be punished for entering this trade on a doji bar. This is why I don't like dojis, but it is what it is. Failed trap, increasing the odds. Let's go, baby! Easy peasy, easy money. Let's get a runner. Let's have a nice runner here. I would like a nice 4-point runner, but I'm not sure if we're going to get it. We could have a reversal here. This could be the reversal of the day. And I'm just going to manage it like how I manage every other runner. Just going to hold it. I'm going to control it with my stop losses. No reason to really get out right now. Aiming for yesterday's low. Let's see if we can get it. Aiming for yesterday's low here. Don't like the look of that. Don't like the look of this. Don't like the look of this. Just holding, holding. Give me at least 2 legs down. I'd like 2 legs down if I can get it. 2 legs down will be prime. No reason to reverse this yet. Still hasn't broke above the previous candle's high. We're still good. Just sitting on our pause here. Looking to get to yesterday's low if we can get to it. I don't like the look of this. I don't like the look of this. No follow through on this strong bear bar. I don't like the look of it. This might just reverse completely. But I'm going to sit on my pause here. I'm going to wait for 2 legs down. I want a proper swing or just hit my target and I'll be happy with that. That's a nice signal bar for me. Looking for a new low here. Let's break to new low. Let's get to that new low. Just holding, being patient here. You can move this up here if you're scared. I don't like the look of that. I like a new low here if I can get it. I like it to hit my target still. Nice runner here right now. Push down, get to my target. Oh, missed it by one tick. Oh, you did not just miss my target by one tick. You did not just do that. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. I could have got more out of that, but I'm fine with that. I was thinking maybe yesterday's low might act as a support here. Kind of had a measure move too in my mind happening, which is basically where the measure move was, right from this to here. And I'm fine with that. Left a lot on the table looks like, but it's all good, pandas. Let's go, baby. That's why I took that failed trap. I was waiting for that failed trap instead of the second entry. Failed trap right there. Beautiful. Let's go, baby. For those who are just joining in, I'm Buy My Money, and welcome to the stream. Hey, this is my Apex challenge, and I'm glad that you guys can join me on this journey. I'm gonna try to get a $150,000 funded account with Apex, and so pandas, look at this. If I just had put my stop loss just at the previous candle's high, I would already made more money. I would at least got one more point here, and well, I might get just one more point. It looks like reverse. I got one more point right there. But if I just had like it all on the previous candle's high, I would have got one more point, squeeze one more point out of that. It's all good. I don't mind hitting my target right there, that measure move. But yeah, pandas, well, welcome to my stream. If you guys are just joining, make sure you guys scalp that like button. Up 2,100 today. A nice little runner right here, and that gave me a nice, $500 profit around. And how many points was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.5 points. Almost $500 profit. But yeah, managed that perfectly in my opinion. I think I did that well. And yeah, I mean, if you guys don't know what the Apex challenge is, basically Apex is a prop firm, and they give you a $150,000 funded account if you pass their evaluation. And right now, I'm trying to pass the evaluation, and yes, it sounds exactly what it is. They give you a funded account. That means you trade their money, not yours. And so they take all the risk, and then you get to take any reward you make. Sounds too good to be true, but the business model makes sense because the way they protect themselves from losses, huge losses, and also by making you pass the evaluation, so they make money off the evaluations, and also off, if you are a successful trader, then they make money off some fees and commissions. And so pandas, if you two are also interested in trying to sign up for an Apex funded account, then you can use the coupon code in the pinned message. There's a pinned message in the chat. Pinned message with a link, so you guys can also sign up if you guys are interested. I believe you keep 90% of the profits. So here, pandas, I could have waited for two swing down, right? This is a completed swing down, but in my opinion, this could be the swing down here, right? 2 legs down. It looks like 2 legs down. It's just hard to say what's gonna happen today, in my opinion. Big move up, big move down. Could be a big trading range. I mean, I'm not surprised. On the daily, guess what happened? We hit the top of the trading range on the daily and came back down to the bottom of the trading range on the daily. The daily trading range is just, it's like a vortex. It's just, you're just in limbo, and you have the tendency to just spike up and spike back down, and it is what it is. But we were able to take advantage of that. We missed it by 1 point at the top of that trading range. Did we actually hit the bottom of the trading range? Where are we in the bottom trading range? 46, 71, 75. 46, 71, 75. Absolutely incredible. We actually hit the bottom of the trading range and bounced off of it a couple points here. That is actually incredible. Hitting the bottom of the trading range again. If this downtrend continues, we're looking to hit the 20 EMA on the daily, and this is a huge range. For a short week, a trading week like this week, Thanksgiving week, this is a huge range that we're hitting. Also, we are passing this evaluation trading only one single instrument, the S&P futures, the ES, the E-mini. It's the Super Bowl of trading, the most liquid market in the world. And we are traded here. We are trading here every single day on the stream, 9 a.m. Eastern time. And I do appreciate you guys joining the stream. Thanks, guys. Do appreciate it. Make sure you guys scalp that like button if you guys enjoy the content so far. Still nice little runner, and if you could use the runner, and you could put your runner stop loss up here on this major pivot high, and you could be still in this trade here. You know, the two legs, right? The first pivot high, and you gotta wait for the next pivot. If this is a true downtrend, then we should have another one of these pivots down here, and then you just keep moving the stop loss until you get out. But this is the daily. This is the trading range on the daily right now with these two bars or these two lines, 75. I'm gonna actually mark it because I think we're gonna be stuck in this trading range here. I'm gonna mark it like red here. Nice red line. I'm gonna mark this one blue. Might be hard to see. Nice blue line up here. So in these two trading ranges, in this, the bottom trading range to the top of trading range, I think we could bounce all the way back up here, to be honest, Pandas. Like, we could have a huge trading range on the daily. This is the trading range on the daily. The reason why I say that is because we already made the swing. We already did it once. So, in my opinion, we can do it again. On this stream, we trade only one single setup, the two-legged pullback. It's a setup that looks like this. 2 pushes down or 2 pushes up. If you want more details about the setup, you can go to the playlist in the description below. It goes over the details of the setup. But in the right context, it's in greater than 90% probability to make 1 point. And you can also, the way you manage your trade, you could actually have a runner as well. So on this trade, I was able to make $500 on this trade. Even with only 2 contracts, able to make $500. On the screen, you can see all these numbers. We trade pure price action, so everything on the screen helps us with price action. And this is a custom indicator. It's a two-legged pullback indicator telling us every single second entry that's going to be that formed and will form on the chart. And so you can see with the super signal, we have a first entry and first pullback here with a gray 1 here. When this triggers, you're going to see this super signal jump to the top side because this is now where we find the next reversal. So we're on a downtrend, so the next reversal will be at the previous candle's high. So the previous candle's high is right here, so this will trigger the second pullback. So we can have a two-legged pullback here, something like this. Pandas, my pandas. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. If you want more information about the indicators, the trading range indicator using pure price action to mark the trading ranges, plus the two-legged pullback indicator, then you guys can go to the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. Glad that you guys can join us. Right now, we're just waiting, sitting on our pause. I'm not going to enter long here, right, because we're below the 20 MA. But again, we are finding ourselves in this kind of pattern, right? We have a breaker trend to new low, and we could possibly have a trap trade to the long side. Trap trade to the long side here, I may be interested actually going long if we get a trap to the long side here. Now we're above the 20 MA, and we could potentially come all the way back up here to this blue line, pandas. Don't be surprised if we do. We had it marked here. Stephen Brown says, is it worth to trade 2 contracts with one being a runner? I think it's actually a bad setup. In my opinion, it's a bad setup because the proportion of runner to scalp is too large. So it's basically a 1-to-1. And so if you lose, it hurts more than when you gain because you typically lose. Ooh, we have a trap here. This is a trap trade I was talking about to go long. I'll be interested in going long here because we have a breaker trend to new low, micro, like basically double bottom here, and trap trade to the long side. I actually missed that trap. Missed it. Come back to me. Fill me up. I missed a trap. Man, just talking too much. Okay, scalps out though. That trap scalps immediately, and it can go up for a long time here. This could be a good trap for us. But pandas, I missed that trade. Could have been another good trade here. I was talking about the trap, saying I wanted the trap to the long side, and it happened with a magenta box. Just trying to explain why 2 contracts is not, you know, 1 runner, 1 scalp is not a good setup. And this is what happens when you trade live. You know, you just your focus. You know, to have the edge, to have an edge on trading, you need to have 100% focus, right? The little edge you have, and to maintain it, you need the focus. And just, you know, being on stream, that little edge that you have just wanes a little bit more, and it's just a little bit harder to trade. It's just good for a scalp, and you've been stopped out there though. So that's about $60 I missed. Higher low setup. This could be another good push up here. It's a higher low on an uptrend. It's a higher low setup. This could be a good push up. But I'm not interested in this trade. Stephen Brown asks, what is the ideal size for the 50K funded account? I think more than the 50K, you have to worry about the drawdown. What's the drawdown on the 50K account? Someone can tell me the drawdown, that 50K account, then I can tell you a decent amount. So the way I'm calculating, the reason why I'm trading small here, I'm actually trading about 4 to 5 contracts with a $5,000 drawdown. And okay, thanks guys. My pandas, my trusty pandas, 2,500. So that's a really small drawdown. And so you have to account for how many losses you'll take, because you will lose some trades. And let's say like you do, you know, you give yourself buffer of 5 losing trades in a row, then you basically have to lose $500 per trade. So I think with a 2,500 drawdown, you would have to do like 2 contracts per trade, in my opinion. 2 contracts. Pretty hard, pretty difficult, in my opinion. That 2,500 initial, trailing drawdown is very small, and so you have to trade small. 1 to 2 contracts, in my opinion, if you're gonna have a 2,500. I'm trading 4 to 5 contracts max with a $5,000 drawdown, and so just, you know, do the math, divide it by 2. You have to account for the worst case scenario, because most likely the worst case scenario will happen. Okay, another strong push down here. But we're at the red line. This red line is the bottom of the trading range on the daily chart. We could find support here. Need confirmation though. But again, this is not, you know, this is not trading advice. But if I were to do it, that's what I would do. You know, but trade at your own risk. Don't listen to me. I am a panda. You know, don't listen to any pandas. If someone comes to you and they look like a panda, do not listen to them. We could be creating a triple bottom here. I would like to see a reversal pattern to the long side. I need confirmation here, but this could be a triple bottom. Could be, but still feels kind of bearish in my opinion. Like when I look at this, the reason why I say this is because we're not able to create a moving average gap, which that means there's no gap between the low of the candle to the moving average, right? There's no gap here. Hits it perfectly, breaks above it, but still no gap, right? There's no gap between the entire bar and the moving average. So that means the 20 EMA is acting as resistance. Even though we're breaking above it, still acting as resistance. Now we're moving up here. If we get a second entry long here, I may be interested in going long. Trying to think we can make a nice swing trade off of here to go long, and it's like a good risk reward in my opinion, but still below the 20 EMA here. Still having a hard time to break above it. We are getting a push down, but pandas, look how we are still under the 20 EMA. Even this bar having a hard time to break above the 20 EMA. So even though this triggers long, I won't be able to enter the second entry long, even though I actually kind of really like it. But the reason why is because we are still having a hard time breaking above the 20 EMA. So even though we do break above this, we might get like slapped back down. And I just don't know how strong the slap will be. See? Still having a hard time breaking above the 20 EMA, even right here. Getting slapped back down. You have to take note of this. We can't break above the 20 EMA. My only trade will be, again, a trap to the long side. That'll be my only trade at the moment. Be right back. Sitting on a pause here. Strong push down, right? Clearly beneath the 20 EMA, like acting as resistance. Sitting on our pause though. This could be a big move down though. Ooh. This could be a big move down. Right, the fact that 20 EMA is acting as such a strong resistance here, and I got another push down here. This could be a very big move down. Potential measure move for this trading range. This could come down here. Measure move. Could be possible. Pandas, my pandas. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Looking for that measure move now. Could be a strong push down, mainly because we could not break above the 20 EMA. Even in this trading range, we couldn't break above the 20 EMA to get back to the top of the trading range. Posture check, pandas. Make sure you're not slouching. Trading, slouching, good posture is very important for trading. for long-term trading. Can't be slouching. Can't be a slouching panda. The daily 20 EMA could be the target here. Wow. I mean, I don't know. Looking at the daily, I mean, the daily is starting to look bearish. It's starting to look like it's about to roll over here. I mean, with a big engulfing bar like that, reversal bar, that could be the reversal for the daily. And we could have, I mean, usually you have a big rise during the holiday, right? The market usually goes up during the holidays, but I don't know, it's hard to say. I'm just watching here, pandas. No entries so far. But how amazing is that, pandas? We could actually still be on a runner. Enter from this trap could still potentially be in our runner here. It's crazy. Decent signal bar and a two-legged pullback. Not interested in going long at all. We are just have our short bear goggles on at the moment. Could be looking for a two-legged pullback to enter short. Potentially could enter in a trap as well. Potential trap trade here. Maybe interesting going short here on this trap. Well, missed that trade. It's just moving too quick for me, pandas. I couldn't even get my order in to get that scalp, but Trap sort of fails. It's reversing. That could be a nice push up. Could give us a two-legged pullback here. We'll see. I would like a two-legged pullback, but this is also a trap trade. You can see with it's a perfect scalp trap. I'll rather have a two-legged pullback here. Back to the 20 May. Potential H4 setup here. Overnight lows are way over here. Overnight lows. Still looking to go short actually, but it's a little wonky. But this, some people would consider this a two-legged pullback, but it's technically not, so I'm skipping it. Even if it does trigger, skipping it. Coming back to hit the bottom of the trading range on the daily. Bounced off of it perfectly. Right, broke below the trading range. Now it came back up to retest it. Hit it perfectly. Bounced off of it. Good signal bar. It's no setup for us though. No setup for us yet. I'll be interested. It's tough to say actually. I may not even be interested in a second entry short here because of this H4 setup. H4s can oftentimes lead to reversals. So we could have a reversal here, pandas, just coming back into the trading range. We broke below the trading range a little bit here, but trading range is still very valid on the daily. We do have this measured move to hit. Hard to say. I mean, the 20 EMA is still acting as resistance though. Green Trader asks, Panda, how do you learn to code? Books are helpful. There's a lot of online resources. You know, the quickest way to learn is probably boot camp, some coding boot camp. Let me read some of our chat here. There's a lot of people calling their trades, which is nice. Hope you guys are doing well. This is a second entry short, lower, high setup. Ooh, man, oh man, oh man. Terrible signal bar, but hard to take after the H4 in my opinion. Still below the 20 MA. Makes a absolute scalp easily. I'm hesitating when I shouldn't. That was a good trade. But that H4, I've been burned by these H4s before. Trying to reverse, try to fade the H4 setup reversal. Alright, so you guys are congratulating me. Thanks, guys. I'm just reading it now. Man, this is why this is the best community on YouTube. Sorry, I'll still focus on the trade. Still focus on the chart, so I do appreciate everyone saying good job. Rock runs, the panda, the legend, the myth. The panda legend continues. Brandon Jones asks, is this a huge TR? Hard to tell. I mean, that's the thing about huge trading ranges. Is hard to tell because inside the trading range, the trends are so strong. You're wondering if it'll just continue, but you know, you're not used to just, you know, reversing every trend. My Dung Din says, why your chart running later than real data? It's because there's a delay on YouTube. You might have like a 20-second delay max. If your delay is more than 20 seconds, I recommend that you make sure that live button is red. And also, right, click that live button and then watch in 2x speed. And then when you watch in 2x speed, once it catches up, it should slow down. If you're watching 2x speed and you catch up and it's still in 2x speed, please let me know because you just created a time machine. It's a trap trade to the short side. Outside bar reversal, not interested. That was essentially a failed trap right there. If you saw the outside bar reversal right here, it's a failed trap and it might actually push pretty hard upwards after this H4, but still 20 EMA is acting as resistance and it's just hard to trade against that. Trap just triggered again. That's not good. That is not good for longs. That is not good. That trap just triggered. If this trap fails, then it'll be good for longs to come back to the top of this small trading range here. But still, the 20 EMA acting as resistance. I'm not trading into this 20 EMA at all. I would rather look for a short trade, but hard to take this trap in my opinion. Oof. Yep, it's continuing down. Looking for a measure move here. Strong bear bar ending near its low. I mean, the trap already scalps here. I mean, in my mind, you're always in short. You know, you're looking for any short trade here. The only short trade that has failed so far is this one I circled. Every other short trade basically has... Actually, this one also fails here, technically. The H4 pattern. Strong downtrend. The H4 doesn't even matter. Good signal bar to maybe fade this breakout to come back to the top of the trading range. But hard to say in my opinion. I mean, because the measure moves here, I just feel like there's unfinished business and we might want to complete this measure move. Makes a scalp. Perfect scalp here. It's hard to say. Could be another H4 setup here. Coming back up. But the 20 EMA, strong resistance, as you guys can see, has been resistance basically ever since we broke down here. Resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. I'm just going to always assume it's going to be resistance until it's not. Strong bear trend day today right now. Opening reversal. Basically two opening reversals. Opening reversal here to a reversal here, and now we're in downtrend. Tricky, tricky, tricky. We do have a higher low second entry, but the 20 EMA is blocking us, so we cannot take it. Even though I kind of like it in this trading range, but sitting on my pause, up quite a bit now for the day. $2,000 day on a $9,000 challenge. It's a pretty good day in my opinion. Sitting on my pause here, still the 20 EMA blocking us. Pushing higher, makes a perfect scalp. 20 EMA, tricky, tricky. Technically, two-legged pullback here. Let me draw this channel for the spike and channel, essentially, what we have here. It's hard for me to go short here, even though it's off of the 20 EMA. It's just now getting really choppy. This is kind of difficult for me to take this short. Plus, the risk is semi-large. Ooh, actually decent signal bar though, but bounces off right away. Doesn't trigger our second entry yet, actually. Off the 20 EMA. I kind of want to go short here, but it's too choppy. Just too choppy. I think I'll go short here, maybe to capture a runner here. I'm gonna try to go short, even though we're really choppy right now. 4 overlapping bars. All right, that is enough reason for me not to go in. We are definitely choppy here. We're making a strong bull bar now, right? The signal bar has changed to this one, and it's worse than this one. So sitting on our pause. The reason I want to go short is because we have the 20 EMA here, just giving us amazing resistance. So if it does come back up, maybe we can even fade it. Right, scale in one time. Actually, that does trigger. So for those who are entering short here, thoughts and prayers to you. Hopefully you can make it. Hopefully you can get to the bottom of the moving measure move here. Almost makes a scalp. It's a terrible signal bar now. Inside bar. Sitting on my pause, right? It's just overlapping bars. Even though we're on downtrend, it's still overlapping and choppy. Perfect or absolute scalp made here. So those who entered that short, congrats, you made your scalp. Off of the 20 EMA, two-legged pullback. Just very choppy two-legged pullback in my opinion. Hard to take that for me with a terrible signal bar. After the first signal bar looked like this, another signal bar, the next signal bar. I am so close to this apex evaluation. I am so close to it, I can taste it. I think maybe end of next week I might be able to get it, Pandas. End of next week. This week is short, and I'm not going to trade on Friday, so probably next week. And the volume might be like abysmal on Wednesday. It really might be abysmal. No runner here, so even if you got that scalp, you know, you're just out with your core position. Coming back up. Very choppy. Let's see if the 20 EMA holds up now. I'm not fighting it. I'm not going to go into it. I need proof at least one time from the bulls that we can break the 20 EMA. Falcon 1 says, do you have to trade for 10 days to get to 9K? You need to trade 10 days minimum, not 10 days maximum. So that's why I like Apex. They don't give you like a time period to like rush you to get your target. And so you have to trade 10 for Apex. What's most important to Apex is that you're consistent and you're profitable. And so for them, they want you to trade at least 10 days of trading, and yeah, and they also have that trailing drawdown to prevent, you know, big swing trades, just like a one-time like home run hitter. So that trailing drawdown will actually stop you out if you are, you know, just trying to trade max contracts, trying to get into one trade. It can actually, you know, you can actually fail the evaluation because of the swings within the trade. Right, we're just pure choppiness right now. But we are finding strength now. We are kind of going above the 20 EMA here, and the 20 EMA is starting to curl upwards, as you can see. Strong bull bar potentially ending on its high here. 4 bull bars in a row currently on the 2K chart. Two-legged pullback does trigger on the 5-minute here. The 5-minute, after all of that price action, has just been a single two-legged pullback. A, B, C. It's just a two-legged pullback on the 5-minute. And we might come back to the 20 MA here. That could be a possibility. Coming back to the top of the trading range here. Could just be getting very choppy now. I did mark this channel here so we can see it. We are hitting our heads on it. And if we break below the 20 MA, we still don't have a moving average gap. Still waiting for that moving average gap before I reverse any trade, and we don't have a moving average gap still, pandas. That means the 20 MA is still acting as resistance. No gap, not yet. Valiant effort though by the bulls. Valiant effort. Also trend line blocking us. This trend line we drew from the spiking channel. Slight overshoot here to overshoot here. Higher low here. Still not gonna fight this 20 EMA. Just as long as it's there, I'm not going to trade into it. As long as we don't break above it, I have no reason to think that this is the one. Right? I have no reason to think this is the one that's going to break out of it. You know, the chances are it's not, right? You have failed here, failed breakout here, failed breakout here. All those have been failed breakouts, failed breakout here. So chances are we're not going to break out. First person trader asks, can you break down this gap you're mentioning? With the correct your. He used the correct your. Just for that, I'll answer your question. Moving average gap is essentially when there's a gap between the extreme and the moving average. For instance, there is a gap right here. From this high to the moving average, there's a gap. Currently, there have been no gaps, right, on the long side. As in, on any low of the candle, there's no gap between here and the moving average, showing us weakness from the bulls. Right? There's no gap here. Right? A moving average gap on the long side looks like this. Right? When you have a gap here like this, there's a gap between the low and the moving average. So there's space between the low, the extreme of the bar and the average, moving average. Currently, there's no moving average gaps here. And so that means every breakout has been a failed breakout of the moving average. But right now we're so choppy, this looks like to me it could be 50-50 now. Starting to go into 50-50 mode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Albrook says when you have 20 bars in a trading range, it becomes 50-50 on which side you're going to break out of. Higher low setup here to get to the top of the trading range, but still the moving average is acting as resistance. But right now we're breaking above it again. This could be the one that breaks us up here. But even if that happens, I'm still looking for a new low. So still not looking for a long. I just need evidence at least one time where the longs, the bulls, can make a moving average gap. For me, that will say, okay, the next time it happens, then we might be able to break out. But at least it needs to happen one time. Again, the 20 EMA is acting as a resistance. That's why I'm not going long here. In fact, I almost want to go short here, but now we're starting to slice in and out of the 20 EMA. I just want to see what happens after this bar, if it makes a point or not, and if it does, or if it reverses. And then we'll end the stream here. But pandas, hey, if you guys are interested in that Apex challenge for yourself, right, to pass that evaluation to get a funded account, use the coupon code in the pin message. That's very helpful for you guys. 50% off. That's a lot. And also the the link. Make sure you use the link in the pin message as well. And that makes a point here, and that's going to end my stream. Pandas, hope you guys are doing amazing. And also, if you want more information about the indicators, you can go to the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. And that's it for the stream. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what kind of day it's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be, it could be a very low volume day. But regardless, I'll be on at 9 a.m. Eastern time, same as always. And then we'll have a break on Thursday and Friday, and I'll see you guys on the week after. But pandas, as always, happy trading. God bless. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning.